If you're looking for a way to teach spiritual disciplines within your church, this might be a way to go. I just used as my primary resource Habits for Our Holiness by Philip Nation. His subtitle says, How the Spiritual Disciplines Grow Us Up, Draw Us Together, and Send Us Out. Very much a missional overtone in the way that Philip does his spiritual discipline study. And I loved what he did with it. It wasn't my only resource. There's a few of the other things I used. I'll talk through them here in a second. But if you're looking for a way to disseminate spiritual disciplines into 2021 especially, this is a great resource. And a few things that I learned out of this book that you might learn as well is divided into 3 or 4 weeks of reading. I decided to do 3. Week number 1, we did just an overview of what spiritual disciplines are, what is spiritual formation, holiness, Christ-likeness, and then I divided my contents, my chapters, up by 4 weeks each. So chapters 1 through 4, 5 through 8, and 9 through 12 were what I required of the students in the class. So my students were anywhere from the ages of 17 to I think my eldest member was in her 70s, so, and everything in between. It was a great class. So that's one way to divide up your reading. And then my other resources right here behind me, this was probably my main other source that I used. It is Spiritual Transformation for the Sake of Others, a conversation with Dr. Robert Mulholland and Dr. Ruth Haley Barton. And it is a great DVD resource. On the back of it, you can see kind of the titles there. Positive, you need to, let me read them to you. Invitation to a Journey, Defining Spiritual Formation. So what is spiritual formation? What are we talking about? Real change. So going from information, which we all do well with, information, to transformation. So getting from the head to the heart, that's the most difficult part about Christianity, and that's what they cover in this segment. Another one that I used was Joining Head and Heart, from theology to formation and back again. And then For the Sake of Others, In God for the World. So that went right along with the missional aspect of what Philip was teaching in his book. And then the other one that I used just yesterday was Equipping the Saints for the Work of Ministry. Encouragement for pastors, encouragement for lay leadership, and trying to give a rationale for why we do what we do and why we don't do what we should be doing. Anyway, all right, some other resources that you might be interested in back here. You always have to have a Schaefer. How Should We Then Live? Great resource. Dr. Mulholland, I think this is probably his best introductory work, this guy right here. And then you got to have Dallas Willard in everything that you do. The Spirit of the Disciplines. Ruth Haley Barton, this is my favorite work of hers, Sacred Rhythms. And then below that, we just did a discipleship class on fasting, nutrition, the body, why the body matters. This is called Every Body Matters, and it's by Gary Thomas, great resource. And then someone that I didn't know much about, Justin Whitmell Early, he's got a great new book out, The Common Rule, Habits of Purpose for an Age of Distraction. And I really enjoyed the way he systematically laid out how to do spiritual discipline, spiritual formation. So there are my resources. I did develop my own questions each week and how to teach the class. Philip Nation is great friend. If you need some ideas on what to do, he's always available. He's quick to respond as well. So reach out to me, comment in the section below. Let me know what you think, and grab this book, Habits for Our Holiness by Philip Nation. Hope you enjoy.